So thankfully Arsenal have won their opening Champions League game, but was it an entertaining game? Of course it was not. And the thing is, see, I'm very happy with the win, and after every win we become happy. Now Martinelli has scored, so we'll be happy that oh, there is a resurgence, there is a redemption arc, and everything. But was it a good game? And if it was a 0-0 draw, or if we ended up conceding a goal and lost 1-0, would we have been seeing the same thing? Now you'll say that Arteta made great substitutions and he changed the game, he got his plan perfect. But one of his plans, which was similar to the similar note, ended up us losing 1-0. And this one, because maybe the side was inferior and they did not have that much attacking talent, we edged this one. But does this plan work? I don't think it works because the thing Arteta does with the Marino, Rice, and Zubimendi, three DMs, three DMs midfield, it totally ruins the flow. Like you give the responsibility of creativity to Eze and Madueke. The ball goes there, and they have to run at defenders, and create on their own. They can't even cut back and see here that someone reliable is occupying this space. We only have the front three, and then we have this box of DMs, and then we have Calafiori here trying to be in central areas. If you see the actual positioning of Calafiori is in front of Declan Rice and Zubimendi. He is with Marino, and Gyökeres is here. So we have this triangle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. So that is the kind of formation, along with these two wingers who go one-on-one with defenders. So they keep two players on both our wingers, and then we have very less attacking sense here. We cannot combine. Like we need combination plays here, but we cannot. We have Gyökeres who can come deep and do flick-ons and etc. He's learning that, but I don't think that in our midfield there is enough combination plays, and nobody talks about combination plays. Everyone talks about your physicality, your pace. Like we saw Martinelli's pace twice today, getting the better of Athletic, and basically the sport has become that. It is just about duels, physicality, height, presence, and all that stuff. Like nobody talks about how you just you are just technically good on the ball, and you pass and you have an understanding. You do a 1-2, and then you go ahead and pass to someone else who is free. Like you do a 1-2, you attract two players, you make space for the other player, and then you find that player. Nobody does that. People are good at dribbling. They dribble past 2-3 players, and then their final pass lacks composure. So all these things I don't like watching, and it does not make for a good football game. But it is where football is right now, and I don't know why Arteta keeps playing this midfield. And I hate this midfield. Basically, I hate it. You can even play Trossard if you need experience. You can play Trossard, but yeah, Marino as a number 10 is diabolical. Like if any Arsenal fan remembers Bournemouth away last season, then you should know what happens when you play Marino at number 10. But Arteta is not learning, and people will say, oh, he got it right today. But that is the kind of opinions we hear from fans. When we win, it's okay. We have a great defense. Of course, we have three DMs. We have the best defense in the world. We keep clean sheets every game, no matter if Nwaneri plays, Odegaard plays, or Merino plays. Even if Trossard would play, even if Downman will come and play number 10, we are capable of keeping clean sheets, and that we should give credit to Timber. Timber is our best defender. He he is probably the best defender in the world right now. Who knows? Like if you actually see Timber's performances since last season post his ACL injury recovery, he has been the best defender in the world. Like I rarely see any like no winger has gotten the better of him. Kvaratskhelia maybe had a 50-50 game, or 50 on 49 he won, but the rest of them nobody could get the better of Julian Timber. So I think he is for sure the best fullback in the world. Probably, yeah, I feel so. Right now, I do feel so. But yeah, you can tell me if you can tell me if I'm wrong and someone else is the best fullback. But Martinelli, let's come to Martinelli. This midfield problem. Even I'll say one last point about midfield, that do you see Rice passes to Eze, or and I don't remember someone, Calafiori maybe, and it is a chance to go 1-2. He passes and then he doesn't even look and he just bombs forward, and the pass comes and then he looks back and he has already overrun. So that is the sense he lacks as a midfielder. He cannot receive, give and go like the midfielder should, and that is why he does not belong in this team. I don't care if he's like if you see his sofa score or whatever football rating, he will be very highly rated. So Mendy did not have a good game, but the thing is, if you're not technically good enough for a team that is playing in the Champions League, trying to win the Champions League, then it will cost you sooner rather than later. And it was because of Declan Rice receiving from the back that PSG like bossed the game at Emirates for the first 20 minutes also. People forget that, people keep forgetting this, and people will remember this eventually. They will learn this about Declan Rice, that he is not a midfielder who will take Arsenal forward like this. If he cannot grow technically, then he cannot take Arsenal forward from here. Now coming to a player who people definitely thought could not take Arsenal forward is Gabriel Martinelli, and it is a classic case of someone getting reminded of their powers. Now, I keep telling and everyone keeps telling you that Gabriel Martinelli is very predictable, very predictable. One thing that can be predictable and it does not matter is your pace. And Martinelli has that. Just like Madueke uses his pace unapologetically, Martinelli has to use his pace unapologetically. And he did it today, and like the moment he came 30 seconds on to pitch, he took the ball, he scored the goal, and then again he went behind the defense. The things Gabriel Martinelli was good at. He was not thinking, tinkering, hesitant. He just went for it. And these are the scenarios of games where the opposition defense is tiring up, where Martinelli can thrive. And he can find a spot at Arsenal like that. And yeah, very happy for Gabriel Martinelli. We all know that he did not become the player we used to think he will, but obviously we love him still, and he is an integral part of our team if he keeps playing like this. So yeah, there are positives, but there are also a lot of negatives I see in this game, and I generally want Odegaard to be back as soon as possible, because against big teams Arteta is too scared. Arteta is too scared to play Neri or even Trossard at the moment. He just was too defensive, and that just invites pressure. And I think if Athletic club, we were facing a better team than Athletic, and they would have scored a goal or two, we would have been in deep trouble. Ebreche and Madueke, they try their best. They try to create moments. As a once went and did a 1-2 and moved forward with the ball, and then Madueke had a one-on-one with a defender. So those type of chances we are creating when as a move central. But when as is playing on the wing, we need someone on in the center to also be technically good. And with Marino, he's technically good, but he's too slow, too slow. He is genuinely too slow. And like, someone tell me if Marino's final passes lead to opposition attack more than it leads to Arsenal's attack. There must be a stat related to this. So I need to know that. But yeah, I am not a Marino hater. Obviously, he is a great striker, great finisher, but he is not someone who should play number 10. I beg you, Arteta, please don't play Marino at number 10. And also, a lot of heads were smashed. So Gyökeres get well soon. I saw that cut and I would have died if I had that cut. I don't know how players just, I mean, I know it is adrenaline, and sometimes I also got injured on the head. I had this big of a injury and I did not feel it, but you feel it after you go home, after your body goes down, and it is not a good feeling. So I hope they get well soon. And Merino also injured his head. So all the head, actually Gyökeres doesn't use his head apparently, but Gabriel does, and Gabriel struck Gyökeres with his head. Gabriel hasn't scored in a while, so he must be frustrated. So there were two leg hungry players, too hungry for the ball to score the goal. So their communication was the issue, but that is fine. That is fine. If I have two hungry players in my team, eventually they will have a conversation and sort those things out. So yeah, Arteta, I have some issues with you, but I think as long as we are winning, you are not going to learn as well. So I don't know. I don't know. Like we are too deep with Arteta into the process to back out of it now. So maybe we win with this process, maybe we don't. But I genuinely hope that Saka and Odegaard are back, because people who are saying this proudly that, oh look, we have Saliba out, Saka out, and Odegaard out. I miss them. I don't care if you miss them or not. I miss them and I need them back, fit and healthy and ready to go for the whole season. I can't live without them. This team is not complete without them. You need to know that when Saka comes, the presence he has will be just a level above Madueke. And even though Madueke is doing really well, the way Saka holds the ball up and his presence, the way he brings his team to the play, and the way Odegaard and Saka can combine. And when Odegaard gains confidence with Saka, then he can combine with Eze. And that front four, then if they are in full flow, that would be a very pleasing sight to watch. And then we'll have the fluidity also, because even though Mendy and Odegaard were creating a relationship between them, and unfortunately Odegaard is landing on his shoulder all the time. I don't know what his pressure he's shouldering and over his arms, but okay, get well soon Odegaard also, and please pray that Arsenal players stop getting injured and someone stops doing black magic on them or whatever they are doing. Okay, okay, done.